Welcome to the Grief Bully podcast. I am your host, J.Nicole. Thank you for joining our weekly discussion around grief, mental health, and your overall personal wellness. The Grief Bully podcast will serve as a vehicle to help you navigate life's journey. Be sure to subscribe, review, and share the podcast with anyone in your life that you think it will help. Let's bully grief together. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of the Grief Bully podcast. I am your host, J.Nicole. Today is Monday, September the 14th. We are rocking and rolling back in the studio for another episode. We are in here again for another solo round. But before I go any further, I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you to shoot me a text. Yes, text me. Text me right now, 856-341-9950. Listen, I just want us to be able to speak directly to each other. I want to be able to send you positive, uplifting messages at random. Keep you in the know of what's going on, all things Grief Bully, when I'm going live, when I'm speaking, having speaking engagements, anything we have promotional. But most importantly, I want us to be able to communicate one-on-one directly. So shoot me a text, hit me up, 856-341-9950, and join the Blue Heart Text Gang. I really want to hear from you guys, so stop right now, put the episode on pause, send me a text, 856-341-9950. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. So, before we get into the episode, I also want to take the time to thank our sponsors, Try Better Help. They are an online counseling company that offers that from the comfort of your home. You can have a video session, text message session, phone session, whatever you feel comfortable with. It is a great option and alternative to in-person counseling, as right now we're going through a time where not everybody feels comfortable going out in person. So it's a great option for you if you're going through a tough time. You need someone to talk to. Professional counselors and help is there for you. Again, that's Try Better Help, HELP. And when you use my link, trybetterhelp.com/thegriefbully, you will receive 10% off your first month. So again, trybetterhelp.com/thegriefbully, and you'll receive 10% off your first month. They do not take medical insurance, but they do offer financial aid. So again, trybetterhelp.com/thegriefbully. So last week we had our episode. I was in here solo, talked about quite a few things. I think it was an amazing episode in terms of short but powerful, short but impactful. I talked about what advice I would give to a friend in my shoes. I touched on triggers, things that make me cry, and also left it off with a little something, a little nudge of encouragement for those people who are in tough dilemmas right now and they're dealing with the fear of potential grief in their life. So again, go check that episode out. It's on YouTube, it's on Apple Podcasts, it's on Spotify. Definitely want to encourage you to check that episode out again. I recently listened to it myself and I was like, okay, I'm learning. You got to practice what you preach here. So I definitely want to encourage you to go and check that out. This week I want to get into another solo round. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the one-on-one conversation with you all. I can't wait to continue to have more guests in person back in here. But for right now, it's just going to be myself and all of you. So I post a lot on social media, which I always mention to you all. I am big on Instagram. I am always posting, whether it's videos, quotes, recaps from my podcast episode, and what have you. And so there was a post that I created recently, and when I'm making quotes, they're from my experience. It might not be exactly what I'm feeling in that exact moment. A lot of times it is, but I always try to put myself in a place where I'm like, okay, what are you feeling right now? What are you thinking right now? And because my belief with that is that there's someone out there who could be feeling the exact same way, and they might just be having trouble putting it into words. And so I pride myself on doing that. And so more recently, the other day, I posted a quote. And to be honest with you, I hadn't been getting a lot of feedback on different things. It just seemed like, again, the social media algorithms were off. My content wasn't getting in front of a lot of people. And I scaled back and I said, hey, you know what? Let's make some new quotes. Let's get some new content out there and let's see. Because every day when I wake up, especially more recently, I've been writing affirmations, I've been writing statements of intent for the day, and it's one of them has been bless someone else's life today. That has been something that's been really, really important for me to do, is to make sure that by the day's end, someone's life was impacted in a positive way and that I was a blessing to them. And so I believe to do that, and I hope to do that through my content. So when people are dropping blue hearts on my posts, I feel like my mission was accomplished. I feel like someone was seen, someone was heard, someone does no longer feel isolated. And that's really important to me. So I say all of that to say, one of my most recent posts that I put up was a quote: I haven't gotten to the how part of healing. I'm still stuck at the why part of the wound. So I'll say that again. I haven't gotten to the how part of the healing. I'm still stuck at the why part of the wound. So that quote right there was a lot of people commenting, liking the post, and so many different things in terms of feedback. And so I actually also want to read to you briefly the caption on that post so you kind of can have a little bit more of an idea, insight into where I was coming from and what I was thinking with my intention. So my caption here is: honesty is a crucial part of the healing journey. Some of us truthfully can be some of us truthfully aren't there yet, and that's okay. Losing a loved one can be very detrimental, to say the least. Don't let anyone force you or make you feel like you should be over it or doing better by now. When you are ready, you will know it. I personally think healing is a journey that takes time, but also believe you have to be in the right mindset and have the willingness to set out on the path. And quite frankly, sometimes it's hard to see how badly we are wounded. We just know that the pain is present. Sort of like getting shot. A lot of times people can keep running after being hit because of the adrenaline and the shock. Just because you are still running doesn't mean you haven't been wounded badly. I got to run that last sentence back. Just because you are still running doesn't mean you haven't been wounded badly. So I really wanted to harp on this, and I wanted to elaborate and extend and also get this message into the ears, into the hearts of people who may not follow me on Instagram or may not have had the chance due to algorithms to see that post or to see that quote or that caption, and most importantly, to see themselves in it. Some of the feedback that I received about it was, this is me right now, this is a word. One person said that they wish that their family would see things this way, but they don't. And so therefore the person is feeling like pressure. And so they feel like where your family should be helping you in a situation, they're actually making it harder because they're putting that additional pressure on that person to be at a certain point in their journey, whether that's healing or being stuck at the part of the wound. And so I felt like it was important to talk about this because it can be interpreted in many ways. And I like the end, again, like I said, where just because you're still running doesn't mean you haven't been wounded badly. A lot of times we feel like we need to have so much, we need to get to a place of healed. I'm good, I'm whole, everything's great in my world. It is super important for you to know that it is okay to still be at the why part of it. And I think we've kind of been taught sometimes not to question things in life because there's so many mottos. Everything happens for a reason. Everything has a purpose. And I'm really going to tell you that I'm not 100% a believer of everything happens for a reason, because I feel like it's hard for me to put that. This is just my full transparency and honesty with you. It's hard for me to put that motto and that belief with the losses of my loved ones. I can't really correlate the two. I can't tie that knot. I cannot see the bridge where there was a reason why my dad passed away. There's a reason why my friend at 25 passed away. I'm just not there. And this is the cool thing about it, and why this quote and this whole part of this is so important, is that it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to ask why. It's okay to just still be at the part of not understanding and not feeling like you're in a place where you can navigate and start to move forward. I think sometimes we view stuck as a bad thing. But I think there's a lot of learning. There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of opportunity for growth in the ditch, in the quicksand, in the stuck part, in the mud of your life. I think that's sometimes where we become more gritty. But when we just keep going through life as if we've never been wounded, we've never been hit, and we just keep it moving, we don't ask questions, this is just the way it is what it is. I don't know that it is what it is actually sufficient for all experiences in life. I just don't. Again, I'm always open to feedback if you ever want to DM me or hit me up in any way. If something you think of in a different way, absolutely. We're here to grow and get stronger with each other. But this is my thing. When we were in school, and this is something that's so elementary, but we were always taught the only dumb or stupid question is the one not asked, correct? So, if life is to teach you, if life is full of lessons, why would the why not be important? Why would the why not be crucial in your growth in your journey? Oh, I don't ask why. It is what it is. Things just happen. But I think that there's so much growth there, and the curiosity is so important because you learn more about yourself. Even when it comes to a spirituality standpoint, and I'm taking a risk here by going out on a limb. And some people always say, I don't question God. I don't question God. Now, let me just give you a backstory. I've been in the church through and through since I can believe. I've been baptized. My mom is an ordained pastor. I know it. I've been there. But I also believe what I've learned is being curious gets you answers. And sometimes that can actually strengthen your faith by asking questions, by researching, by talking about things, because then you can have some new revelations and grow stronger in your belief systems and your core values versus just taking it at face value for what it is. Sometimes I know that there are people who feel like things have happened to them because they deserve it. People believe in karma. But when I'm speaking from grief and loss, I just don't feel like there's anything I could have done in my life to have had my friend pass away at 25, to have had to watch my dad die, have had to hold my grandmother's hand and not knowing that a few days later she would be taking her last breath. I just can't get all of that together on the same page. And so I want you to know that the why part of your journey is important. The why part of your journey is okay. You don't have to justify or explain yourself to anyone. That sometimes we really have to sit there in the wound, and through conversation, another perspective that was offered is that sometimes the wound is just pain. It's just like if you break a bone and then you get a cast and then you're feeling good, the doctor says, okay, cool, you can go back. But this part right here, and shout out to Tanya for actually offering this perspective to me, is that it doesn't mean that things will be the same. And so your arm may no longer function to the capacity. I've sprained my ankle really badly before, and it's never been the same. I've actually become more susceptible to re-injuring that spot because I didn't rehab it the correct way. This is getting a little deep, and I don't know what the word to say about it, but it's a lot of wordplay going on, a lot of things to make you think. But it's so important that when we do get hurt, injured, whether that's figuratively or literally, we have to do the proper rehab. We have to take care of ourselves. And sometimes we can't do that until we really understand what the injury is, right? Like a doctor is not going to treat a diagnosis that they don't, not treat an illness that they don't have the proper diagnosis as to what exactly is wrong with you. They're going to continue to research and run tests and figure it out. And so you hope that you understand and feel me and you see where I'm going here, and that is making sense for you, that curiosity, the research, the digging, the wanting to find answers can really help propel you on the move into the healing part of it, onto the how of the healing. But if we don't know the why, sometimes it's hard to get to the how. And your why could be so many different things. You could be just stuck in a place of blaming people. You could just be stuck in a place of anger. It could be so many things, but we cannot just let the wounds be untreated. but also understanding that some things do take time. So I know that was a lot, and I hope that you were able to digest it okay, and that is something that you can apply to your life and you can offer to someone else. I really wanted to just get that out and help people understand that part of it, because I think that it's easy with anything else in life to make comparisons. We make comparisons to people on their healing journey, where they are. You want to be there, you wish you were there, or some people are just in denial and they're numb, and there's so many things that are left untreated. And we all know that things left untreated do not manifest into anything good. It just festers, and sometimes it just develops into something even more detrimental. It makes your journey even heavier. Like, that's kind of what I want to do too, guys. I don't want to beg you, but I really want you to prioritize yourself, prioritize your healing, prioritize your mental wellness. Like, there's money, okay? I get that. Money, money, money. Get the bag. Let's grind. Let's hustle. But at the end of the day, your peace and your joy is going to be way more beneficial to you than any amount of money. There are so many wealthy people that are unhappy, miserable, depressed, having mental issues, on drugs, strung out on alcohol, doing all of these things. And there's people who have next to nothing that have so much more joy and peace. So it's really important that you continue from this day forward to put yourself first, make yourself a priority. Start writing some affirmations, claiming some things, being intentional with your healing. I will always say it again: time alone heals nothing. People who use their time to heal will heal. Guys, I hope that was good for you. I want to keep it short. It was so many different levels and layers and things to go back and peel back and see where it applies to you. But overall, you are what matters first. You are what is important. So I want to jump into our inspirational boost, which is a part of our show that is brought to us by our sponsors, Adina J Designs. They make, create, and inspire us through decorated apparel with signs, custom tumblers, doormats, so many amazing things going on right there. Definitely go follow them on Instagram at Adina J Designs, ADENAJAYDESIGNS. And this week the quote is: get into the habit of asking yourself, does this support the life I'm trying to create? Wow. Get into the habit of asking yourself, does this support the life I'm trying to create? Again, it's just echoing the same sentiment, it's harboring on the same fact, is that one, you have to get into the habit of asking yourself in general, any and everything. Get very acquainted, get that dialogue going. That inner dialogue is huge, is super, super important. And then the other side of that is, does this support the life I'm trying to create? So, are these things deposits? Are these things putting more seeds into your soil? Or are they retracting? I made an entire Instagram live the other day about more deposits, less withdrawals. More deposits into ourselves, and stop letting so many people take withdrawals. So many things take withdrawals. Like, you are a being. You need nourishment. You need to be cultivated. You need to be loved on and cared for. And honestly, you have to be the person that does that for yourself in order to require or make that a standard or demand of other people. Okay, I was almost about to start a whole nother episode. I just went on to it, guys. You already know by now, I am a talker. I love chatting with you. You are my people. I love you all. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Our In Love and Memory segment this week, again, we're going to continue to go out. So all of the people that are losing their lives, there are folks that are losing their lives in California right now with the wildfires going on. It's just so many things that are happening in this world where there's so much grief and loss. And so I'm just extending all my condolences out to everyone that's losing loved ones, their family members, due to the pandemic, and now with the wildfires. It's just so much going on. It's so heavy on all of our hearts and all of our minds. So from the Grief Bully podcast, we're sending all of our love out. If you have lost someone, if you are going through a tough time due to the loss, please, please, please know that you are in our prayers. Listen, like I said in the beginning, if you're just tuning in or you skipped the beginning part, I want you to text me. Shoot me a text, 856-341-9950. Let's chat. If you want to just send a blue heart to get the conversation going, if that's what you'll feel most comfortable with, introduce yourself. Let me know where in the world you are. I love it. I'm looking forward to it. So again, shoot me a text. Join the Blue Heart Text Gang, 856-341-9950. Guys, check out our episodes on YouTube. You can leave a comment, share with someone in your life. Definitely appreciate all of your help. Follow me if you like this quote. This is nothing. I'm posting constantly quotes, videos, so much more over on Instagram. That's where I hang out the most. I love posting there. I spend, honestly, if I'm being honest, too much time on Instagram, but that's where you can hit me up. That's where you can find me, guys. Follow me there at I_am_J.Nicole. Guys, till next time, you already know. Love and light. Peace.